Now click on create workspace. So here we have two options, new schema or existing schema. So we are able to create the schema from here also directly, or we can able to create schema from here also. So suppose we already have, in that case, we need to select an existing schema. So I will go with here, new schema. Then just provide the workspace name, workspace username and password. Then here we have some advanced information. So by default, if you don't provide any advanced password for database, so it will accept the same password, whatever we have given for the workspace password. And also there is an option, we can set the workspace ID optional. Like if we don't provide anything, it will automatically generate an system generated ID for that. So here, no need to change these things. So it is based on the requirement. If we want to change, we can change. Otherwise, we can accept the default thing. Then click on create workspace. Yeah, the workspace is created successfully. Now, if you navigate to the SQL developer again, just refresh the other users. You can see here, the schema, it is created with the name like this. So whatever workspace name we will provide, so it will add WKSP underscore the workspace name. So this is the schema. So whatever activity we do there in that schema from that Oracle Apex screen, so it will appear here. So this is the schema. So currently there is no tables or there is no any objects in that. Yes. So now we can able to access the workspace and we can able to develop the applications for that workspace. Just click on that workspace name. Then now I am able to log into the workspace. So this screen, now you can see this screen is similar to the screen what we are accessing from the this free apex.oracle.com. Yeah, this sign, this, it is both same. So again, I will log into the admin services. So here, once we log into the admin workspace, So it from manage workspaces, we are able to see the available workspaces and how many users for the workspaces and how many schemas and how many applications we can able to see from here. So directly click here so that we can able to add new users to the workspace. So as you can see here, uh, if we click on manage developers and workspaces, so it will navigate to the that screen. So from here, we can create the new users or new developer for the workspace. So this is also same. We already seen this in previous classes. So this is about creating a workspace and adding users to that workspace. And there is already a few things for this admin tasks. Here you can see manage instances. So from here we can perform couple of activities like security setting, instance setting, or mail setting. So those are the kinds. So I will be covering that also. So for example, feature configuration. So under feature configurations, we have each and everything in control. Suppose assume that you have an workspace and you don't want a developer to change any PLSQL program like database objects like procedure, package, or functions from the Apex screen or from SQL workshop from SQL commands. So here, if we have disabled that thing, so it will not allow to perform any changes in that. So those things, it will be read only purpose. But from tools like SQL Developer or Toad, so we can able to make the modifications for the database objects. Then here if it is enabled, so it will show the activity of that gallery installation. So already pre-built applications from Oracle Apex, so that things it will allow. Then after that, here we have, as this is the cloud instance, right? So backup and everything, it will be automatically managed. So here we have an option for backup per applications. So here we can able to set the backup for the applications. For example, assume that we have an applications already created, and if there is any change is done by the developer, so system will automatically create an backup of the previous version. So like that, the maximum backups, it will be depend on the feature configuration by the admin. So here currently by default it will be 25. Suppose I want to store only 5 backups per applications. So as per the latest change, in that case, it will keep the 5 backups of the latest version. And again, the backup, it will be automated. So whenever any changes happened in the application, so it will be backed up automatically. Yeah. So here,
Yeah. Vijay, there's a question like,
yeah.
based on the last 5 changes I have done in the application, like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Then here we have a maximum activity in minutes for the SQL workshop. So assume that from SQL workshop and using SQL commands web view. So assume that we are running when query or something. So suppose if it is taking a longer time, so the maximum time, sorry, this is for like inactivities, the session timeout. So suppose you have opened SQL commands and there is no activity for 15 minutes. So it will automatically expire the session. So that those kind of things. Then here SQL scripts, maximum script output size in bytes. So we have seen that like generation of SQL scripts, the manual upload and manual creation of scripts from the Apex screen, right? So there, this is the file size, the maximum size of that generated file. So from here we can control that. Then for uploading the SQL scripts, this is the maximum size. So we can able to control this. If there is any restriction, then admin can control these settings here based on the requirement about the company. So like this, we have a couple of settings here. Yeah, and also here REST services. Suppose from Oracle Apex, if we want to enable the REST services like ORDS, yesterday we have seen, right? So that API creation part. So again, it is under the control of the admin. So they can able to activate it or deactivate. So from here, so if they have enabled, then only the developers can create the request for ORDS and they can able to create the API. Yeah, this is about the feature configuration about the instance. Then we have security configuration for the workspace also. So here for security, so we can able to set workspace cookie. So that also under admin control, and the persistent auth. This is like what is persistent auth. So assume that we have created an application and we have enabled it for progressive web application and assume that it is installed in the mobile. So persistent auth means, so first time user will be logging to the application, then next time onwards, so it will not ask for any username or password. For example, Facebook application in the mobile. So one time we log in, so next time whenever we access the applications, it will not ask for username or password. So for that purpose, if it is enabled from here, so developer can able to enable that functionality for the application. Then from here, if it is disabled from here, so from the web view, so we are not able to log into the admin workspace. Then from here also, so it is if it is disabled, so no one or any developer can not able to log into the workspaces. But end user applications, they are accessible. This is only for the development area. And this is for if it is disabled from here, it will disable the login for the end user applications also. So assume that there is some maintenance activity is going on and you want to disable end user login for the all applications which are present in this Apex instance. In that case, so directly from here we can able to disable the login. And also inside the applications, we still have that functionality. Assume that we have 100 applications in the workspace. We want to disable, we are going to maintain one application. In that case, from the application side also, we have the options to disable login for the particular applications. But from here, so it will disable all applications login functionality. Then here, suppose file upload. Assume that we have an applications, so that is public applications. So anyone can log into that application. So in that case, so here if it is enabled, then only they can able to upload blob content like PDF, image or any Word file. So blob content they are able to upload when it is enabled from here. Then suppose if we want to restrict any IP addresses, uh, so we are able to restrict IP address from this screen. Then here the checksum are hash functions. So it should be here we have different options. So here there is different options are there. We are able to set based on the requirement. Yeah. So this rejoin sessions. So this is if it is enabled. So assume that this is useful when there is we are trying to access the Apex application from email notifications. For example, assume that we have an applications. So for example, leave management applications. Employee will apply the leave and an approval request will go to the employee manager. So in that email notifications, there will be a link. Assume that we have a link. So to approve this leave request, log into our leave management system, then there will be link, right? So the manager will click on the link. Then in that case, assume that he already log into the application from the browser. Then he access the Outlook or something email. Then he will click the link. So as he is already open the application, so there is a session is already there. Then if he click the email notification link also, so the previous session, it will not log out. So it will automatically merge with the existing session and it will allow to approve the leave applications. If this is disabled, then even though he is login already, so it will expire the previous session and it will ask for the login again. So he need to log in again. So this is about the rejoin sessions. So here it should be basically it should be enabled. Otherwise, it will just user need to log in again if he is already logged in. Then here some HTTP protocol thing. Yeah. Suppose if it is enabled here, so it is for a security purpose. If there is any, suppose assume that you are making a API call to HTTP, so it will not allow because here, so the from the cloud we are able to make calls to the only the secured APIs, HTTPS APIs. Then here we have session timeout. For example, maximum session. Suppose this is the default session timeout. So we are able to set maximum 10 hours. We are able to set for the workspace session. Then it is about idle time for the session. If there is no activity for this time, so it will automatically log out from the workspace. So again here maximum we can set 10 hours of idle time. Then this is about warning. So for example, if there is a session is going to expire in 10 or 15 minutes, so that warning before session expiry, so that setting we can make from here. And here, from here, we can able to perform the workspace isolations. For example, suppose assume that we are trying to give access, allowing access for the workspaces or Oracle Apex environment or applications from particular hosts. So in that case, from here, we can manage that. So these are straightforward things. And here, this is one important thing. So suppose assume that you are implementing or integrating any APIs from the system or applications. So in that case, so here we have a setting for the maximum web service requests. So we can able to change this one, but by default it will be 1,000 here, but admins can able to increase that to anything. If this is removed, then it will be unlimited calls we can able to perform from the uh, application. So from here, we can able to restrict application access by particular domains or particular region. So we can able to perform that from here. Then again, for this environment, we are able to control the authentication. For example, assume that we have Microsoft Azure AD in our company. So in that case, so here currently I have logged in with my personal username and password, right? So suppose we want to provide access for the developer who is working in a company, and we already have an AD account or Outlook account for that user. So we want to implement SSO for this development area also. In that case, we are able to set that. So currently here we have different authentication schemes are available. For example, currently it is using database accounts. So whatever database credentials I have set here for admin passwords, from that I have logged in. But here we still have an options to make it single sign-on or social sign-on or different LDAP. So those kind of settings, authentication settings, we can able to perform. Then we can able to define password policy also for the workspaces. So we can able to set like how many alphabet characters or alphanumeric is required, or how many digits we need while creating users for the workspaces. So we can able to define that from here. This is about the password policy.